Hello, BookTube. I thought I would continue on after I done my top 10 favorite books of all time, which a lot of people seem to like. So I thought I would keep on going and do a top 10 list of my least favorite books ever because why not? This was a really fun video to make. If your books are mentioned, if your favorite books are mentioned here, I don't apologize for that. I will be judging. I just want you to know that. And there's a bit of satirical fun in here because it's me. And yeah, let's get started. So, 10, which there's no honorable mentions, there's nothing like that. We're sticking to 10, which is very hard for me to do. But so, number 10, when it comes to my top 10 least favorite books ever, number 10 is Matilda by Roald Dahl. I like Roald Dahl. I've done a video about him. But Matilda, I just don't like at all. It's too sappy and whiny. I don't like Matilda as a character. It's just too on the nose for Roald Dahl, I feel like. I've just never liked Matilda. Go read any other Roald Dahl book than Matilda for me at least. I would even say do some of his adult short story stuff. Like that's even better than Matilda. When he was trying to be a poor man's Ernest Hemingway, is still on the same level at least in terms of badness as Matilda. Go read, Boy and like Going Solo and all that fun stuff. James and Giant Peach, but I've just never liked Matilda. It does nothing for me, and I really don't get how that's his most famous book. Like I really don't get it, but I don't like it. So that's number 10. Number 9, we just have an author. There's some of these choices here, but it's going to be authors in general, but I'm going to stick to novels. So number 9 is John Green. I've never liked a single John Green book. Everyone's going to say, Turtles All the Way Down or Paper Towns or The Fault in Our Stars or whatever, or everything's tuberculosis, like all the main stuff you remember John Green for. I don't like any of it. I've tried, as someone who's my age and remembers him in his YA era, I didn't like them at all. And I definitely didn't like when he made the jump to nonfiction. I just don't like John Green. It's more of a personal thing than more of like an objective opinions I have. I've never liked the vibe I've ever got from John Green. Number 8, Harvey's Age by Jeanette McCurdy, a new book on this list that came out this year. I'm Glad My Mum Died, but this should have stayed as a draft because I have no words. I was silenced. I have a conspiracy theory with Harvey's Age, right? I think Jeanette McCurdy wanted to publish Harvey's Age first, like her big debut as a fiction author, right? And her publishers were like, no, this is too bad. Like, this Harvey's Age is awful and scarring and traumatic. Why would you do that? Just, do a memoir instead, hook people in with a memoir. And so she done that, and then, she's like, I've done, I'm Glad My Mum Died. Can I release my, awful, traumatizingly bad book, Harvey's Age, and release her onto the world like a plague. And they're like, yeah, go for it. We've seen you can sell books now. And that's I think, how we got Harvey's Age. I've got nothing to say else besides that. Number 7 is Thomas Hardy. I like Hardy, but I'm putting on this list 3 books. I know I'm cheating when I say 10, but it's mostly Tess of the D'Urbervilles. But Hardy's run from Tess to The Well Beloved and Judy Obscure, his last 3 novels are awful. They suck. Like, they're so depressing for no reason. I don't like Tess. I think Hardy really focusing on all this, melodramatic Victorian suffering, while, honest to God, having no other, character development or plot development. Like, Tess goes through so much sad things, right? But I literally couldn't tell you a single thing besides all the sad stuff that happens to Tess. Like, she's got nothing else besides like what's been told about her in the novel, and it's all sad. There's nothing else. Same as Jude. Jude is so whiny. Oh my god. Like, what? I just don't get these novels. They're so jaded and bitter, and I'm like, oh, Hardy, what happened? And I like Hardy. The Return of a Native, the Mayor, not Mayor of Casterbridge. Oh, what am I thinking of? Far from Madding Crowd too, and maybe The Trumpet Major. I really like those novels. The Woodlanders I really love. I love his writing. I love his short stories. I love his poetry. But yeah, those three novels, but in particularly Tess, I just find no enjoyment with them, to be honest. I just don't really get them. And I'm kind of glad Hardy stopped writing a bit. If he was continuing to go down this path, which I think he was, I'm kind of glad he stopped at least writing novels. But outside the misery and all that, stuff, there's literally not a single thing about these novels. And I just, even his beautiful writing can't save them for me. And that really hurts to say. But we have Hardy. The next one, I don't know what up to. The next book is The Road by Cormac McCarthy. And then the next book after that is, we got two again. We're going to be talking about Dickens. Charles Dahl. Was it Dahl's Chickens from Roald Dahl? I put on this list Oliver Twist and David Copperfield. I know I'm cheating putting, but I just want to say Dickens because I have a rough relationship with Charles Dickens. It's back and forth. I've read all of Dickens. I've ranked his books. I've done everything. The only Dickens books I like is Pickwick Papers and Our Mutual Friend. Outside of that, in terms of his fiction, it just literally does nothing for me. I'm sitting there bored. I don't laugh at his jokes. He expects me to think he's funny. He's waiting for me to laugh, and I just don't like that. He's very over my shoulder. I don't like it. And I like when he does more of his social, political novels and all that stuff, but it gets weighed down by, big adventure plots, and it's overwritten, and the books are too long and everything like that. But I'm not a Dickens hater because I love biographies of Dickens. Claire Tolman's biography of Dickens is one of the best books I've read this year. I also love Peter Ackroyd's Dickens. And recently I hold this lovely hardcover here. And this is Dickens's travel writings to America and to Italy. And they're some of my favorite things Dickens ever wrote. So I am not a Dickens complete hater. I'm setting the record straight. I love his travel fiction. Non-fiction, I'll say that. And his letters are really interesting as well. But my God, Oliver Twist and David Copperfield are the most Dickensian of his novels. Obviously Great Expectations too. But they just make me want to roll my eyes, and I would honestly say I would rather not read than read Oliver Twist again or David Copperfield. I know that is such a thing to say, but I can't sit through these novels. Give me anything else. Give me Wilkie Collins at least, but I just don't like them. They're too emotionally manipulative. I don't. The way Dickens tries to mix like coming of age and that whimsiness with like this brutal reality of the Victorian area when it comes to children, the workforce, and all that, it just clashes and it's gross. And I don't think Dickens does it well. I think if Anthony Trollope done these type of books, it would have been so much better. Or George Eliot even. I think she would have nailed a book like Oliver Twist if she ever wrote something like that. Well, she kind of did with Felix Holt, but I just don't like these two books at all. I really don't like them. But yeah, let's keep on going after that controversial one to number 4, which is 1984. And also I'm going to sneak in Animal Farm because it's so short and it's a novella. I like Orwell. I am not an Orwell bro, I would say. I love his non-fiction. You're going to see a theme running through this. I own all 3 of his non-fiction books. I love his essays. I think he's an incredible essay writer, but my God, his fiction sucks. It's so repetitive, and I don't like 1984 and Animal Farm because I feel like it's Orwell at arm's length. He does not trust the reader at all. Everything is so painfully on the nose, and doing the whole parables, and it's just so not for me. I don't like it at all. I don't like the writing in these books too. It's just so badly paced, and I don't know. It's just so not what I like. And again, why would I read 1984 Animal Farm when I've got his lovely essays right there. I just don't get it. I have made a video ranking George Orwell as well if you want to watch that to get more opinions, but I just really don't like Animal Farm in 1984. Number three, we're in the top three now. Um, we're going to start talking about authors I don't like and books, but that's Joyce. I don't like James Joyce at all. And I'm not kind of a Joyce hater. I don't know because Richard Ellman, his biography of Joyce here, I even have it in a gorgeous hardcover and everything. I love biographies of Joyce. I think Joyce as a person is so incredibly interesting. He's a great person to do a biography of because he had such an interesting life and everything, and it just did not reflect in his writing at all. Like literally, it's just so. I don't like how again Joyce expects you to think he's smart. I don't like his humor at all. I find it just not my cup of tea. Again, when he's literally naming the book a portrait of the artist as a young man, it makes me want to roll my eyes. I kind of ish like Dubliners. I don't go to it. I unhold it, but it's not the worst thing ever. But oh my god, Ulysses and Finnegan's Wake, they deserve to be here. Why would you spend your time reading them when you've got, even Ducks Newburyport by Lucy Ellman or Virginia Woolf or anyone else except Joyce? I just don't get Finnegan's Wake and Ulysses. They're not for me, and I will happily judge and hate anyone that likes those two books. And let's move on from that to another controversial one, and that is everything written by Stephen King. I am a proud Stephen King hater. I think his books are garbage. People who are like, who, poke fun at new books today, they really should go back and read some of the garbage that Stephen King wrote. You read that first chapter of Misery, and it's some of the worst writing I've ever read. Some of the worst run-on sentences, some of the worst ideas for novels ever. Writing yourself into your own books, I don't like it. The one King book I kind of like is Salem's Lot. Like that's really it. I just don't like Stephen King at all, and I love hating him. But in saying that, he got so many people into reading, and I have to give him his flowers when it comes to that. I do like that, but his books, oh god, no, nah. And number one, Normal People by Sally Rooney. What do you want me to say? It's the worst thing I've ever read, and I will never recover. And that is my quick 10 list of books or whatever of my I can't even speak. It's like 1 a.m. But here is my top 10 least favorite books of all time. I did cheat and put authors and multiple books or whatever, but I had so much fun making this list. I'm not a hater at heart, but sometimes you need to get a bit of hate out. But yeah, let me know what you think about the books I mentioned in my list. And do you agree with me? Do you not? Let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I will see you next time.